Well, hello friends. Today we are going to make a syscall for figuring out the current process name because it's something that keeps annoying me that I'm doing some debug logging. Like, look here how much debug logging we have, right? And sometimes I like to print out what the name of the program is. Sometimes we see the PID. But when it comes to user space programs, then all we really have is getPID. The getPID syscall, which just gives us the process ID, but we don't have anything that tells us the process name. Because if we did, then we could easily, or somewhat easily, print out like the process name along with all these things, and we could have like this kind of uniform, cool looking debug log where you would see like the process name in front of everything, unless it was the kernel, which would look different somehow. I don't know, but it all starts with having a syscall to get the current process name. So that's what we're gonna make now. And I don't know why I haven't done this ages ago, but I guess where do we start? Let's just start by adding it to the syscall list here. So we're gonna call it get proc name. Is that a thing? No. I feel like that's the thing somewhere on some system. Is that Mac OS or something? I don't know. Get proc name. Okay, maybe that's not the name. We'll just invent our own name then. Get process name. Because I like these descriptive names, so we'll call it get process name. I kind of thought the get proc name was a thing, but I guess not. Okay, and then in case syscall, should probably make this into a lookup table at some point. It's just getting bigger and bigger here. Okay, so what we'll do when we get this syscall is that we will call current process sys get process name. And the arguments should be like a buffer that where we put the name. And say there's a char star and a size t. Or let's use an int, I guess, for the size. Does that make sense? That doesn't really make sense. Let's use a size t. I keep like having some decision anxiety about like whether to use signed or unsigned sizes in the kernel APIs, but I think in the end, probably using signed sizes is okay. Not because of the sign, but because of the limitation that it puts it. It makes it so that it's one less bit. Which makes it easier to manage things like overflow. Because as long as the number is positive, then you know that you can add two of them together and fit them into an unsigned version of the same size integer. Anyway, it's totally outside of what I'm trying to do here. So let's go and add this thing to process.h. Okay, put it here at the top of the syscalls, I guess. Say char buffer, and buffer size. Yeah, that's cool. And then process.cpp. Maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger also. Okay, and then here, first thing we have to do, whenever we take a pointer from user space, we have to validate it. So we validate that we can write to it, and that we can write this much to it. Because if we can't, then we say efault, which is the bad address error code. But if everything's good, then I guess we'll also say if, so the process name is stored in the process m name. Right here we have this string with the process name in it. And it's just the base name of the executable that was used to launch the process, unless it's a kernel task, in which case it will be the name of the kernel task. But kernel tasks are not going to be calling syscalls because they're already executing kernel space, so there's no need for them to do that. They can just grab the process name through just grabbing directly at the pointer. Anyways, so let's see. I guess we should check that the name will fit in the buffer as well. So we'll say if mName length is greater than or equal to buffer size, then return name too long. It's like, I find that these air note number names, they're kind of shitty. Like I'm learning them now, so I'm kind of starting to know them by heart. But this is one of the rare ones that I think is actually good. Like name too long actually fits perfectly here, right? Default, less descriptive. eperm. Do you know what eperm is, really? Because it took me a while to get used to operation not permitted. Anyway, because my brain says like, oh, it's permission denied, but no, it's operation not permitted. Anyway, so then we want to do, I guess, string copy, but we've already verified everything, so we'll just do stir copy, or maybe we shouldn't be using stir copy, just as because it's a bad habit. Mname characters, mname length. Okay, and then I guess we should validate some stuff here. So let's say like if buffer size is less than or equal to 0, then that's not a valid buffer size. Yokie dokie. Right, and then let's make a wrapper for this. So we'll put that in unistd.h because I put everything here, and I just, at some point I have to stop putting everything here, but right now I'm going to put this here as well. Get process name. Buffer size. I mean, that's the syscall. And then, I mean, I guess normally, like, this is such a weird part of the C, POSIX C API, is that like with read and write and stuff like that, where you're passing a buffer, then you're passing a size t, but then on the kernel side, it takes an int, and then if you actually pass more than you can fit in a signed integer, then it will fail out. So it's like, it just looks like it's full range unsigned type on the C API side here in user space. So like, I feel like maybe we should be consistent with this, but it's so weird. Ugh, I don't know why I'm thinking so much about this today. Let's just carry on. And for size. So then we call this syscall. Why is everything so weird here? Let me check if my config is, oh, maybe I'm in kernel mode actually. Yeah, there we go. Still a bit messy with all the warnings, but a lot of these clang tidy warnings are a little bit annoying. But it's okay. Get process name, buffer size. Return there, no RC, there's -1. Okay, what is this about? Oh, we have an else after return, that's why it's complaining so much. I mean, we could stop doing that. Make it stop whining about it. That would be kind of nice, I guess. Then I will fix up all these warnings, or not all of them, but at least some. Where was that? Error node.h? Yeah, so. Let me commit that. We'll say, let's see, fix clang tidy warning about return after else in kernel handling. Oh no, not return after else. Else after return. Okay. Right, so now we have this syscall right here. Let's use it somewhere. Where do we want to use it? Like, what's something that always pops up here that we could look at? I guess the Windows server? Title set to. Let's do that one. So let's see, title set to. Right, so what if we made this thing always put the program first? That would be kind of cool. So then it would be something like debug. Guess debug log stream, and the first thing we would do is, oh wait, hold on, let's only do this in user space at the moment. So if it's in user land, else return that. Okay, debug log stream, and now I actually want to edit user land, so I'm just going to change my Qt creator thingy here. User land. Wait, but it is defined, isn't it? Oh, wait, hold on. What am I even trying to do? Okay. And we'll send get proc name. Oh, but we have to have a buffer for this. I guess we can make a buffer right here. Just make a small one. I think maybe that's okay. We'll say if get proc name. It wasn't called get proc name. Get process name. Is 0. The pid, something like that. Then we'll also include UniSTD here. Oh geez, that was a bit weird, but I guess I'll just listen to what Clang format says. And which part here don't you like about me? Char 128. You know what? Maybe I'll just be lazy and do this. Oh, come on, man. Oh. Yeah, I guess I can't do it this way, so I have to do it like, because I have to return a new object. We'll do it this way. Why do you think that it's I don't understand. T-style? Oh, this is, wait, I guess maybe I have to, it doesn't know about this definition here. But what if we just move it down though? Because then we would get the const char right here, so we can put it at the bottom instead. Okay, well that was a little confused, but now it makes more sense, because of course you can pass a frickin' char buffer to the log stream. I don't know why I didn't catch that. Okay. So basically the idea here is that when we instantiate a debug log stream, like we do when we write like debug, hello, friends, then before it lets you stream anything else to it, it will print out the process name if possible, and then also the process ID in parens. I think this could be good. We'll see. Or maybe it's a little bit overkill to always be getting the process name. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Now I regret not putting a colon here. But we're already building for so long. Why is it taking so long to build? We have some debug flags turned on or something. I've gotten so used to the like building with Ccache being super fast that I forget how the regular builds are. Although it does feel unusually slow. Doesn't matter. Wait, what was OBS even doing? I keep thinking maybe I need to get like a slightly faster computer, but I don't know. I can probably make do with this one for a while longer. It's not the end of the world having to wait. I'm just sitting here convincing myself to keep using this computer. It's fine. It's fine. It's not so bad. Wow. All right. It's not normally this slow, I think. I mean, it's not this slow when I'm not recording, but this is weird. Okay, so here we go. And this looks a bit like ass because because we don't null terminate strings? Is that why? Get process name. Wait. Wait, what does stern copy even mean? Including the null terminating byte strings. If the length of source is less than n, at most n bytes. But oh yeah, right. So we actually have to add one here. Maybe the way that you're meant to use this is like passing. I don't know. I never use the C APIs anymore. Like I haven't used these for years. I guess that's a fine way to do it. Copy a little bit of extra bytes there, but who cares? Okay, so how does it look now? Now they're kind of cool. I mean, obviously, like this one now, it's like has this redundant Windows Server prefix. Well, we can fix all that. We could even give these like a little color. Maybe we should do that. Just for funsies. Okay, let's, for funsies, put some color here. So we'll say, what's it called? T-style, T-color, yellow. No, not T-color, T-style color. Oh, can we just do it this way, actually? I'm gonna do like that. And maybe here we'll say, now we have to do another full rebuild. Almost wish this thing was out of line at this point. Okay, how can we make this go faster? Move faster, Pokey. Okay, that didn't actually work. I forget how to use this T-style thing already. Non-tag. Undefined reference to none. Oh, that's really weird. Why is it an object? What the hell was I doing here? Enum non-tag non-value. I'm confused. Let's say that it worked like this instead. Wouldn't this work just fine? So the idea with T-style, I guess I can talk about that, is that it would be like an easy way to pass colors and attributes to the log stream. Just like the way you saw me doing it there. You can just pass a color to the stream, and you can also pass things like bold, and you should be able to pass T-style none to turn off all the attributes. That's the idea. It's not like fully fleshed out, but it kind of sort of works, I hope. I guess we'll find out if this thing comes up in yellow now. Or in darkish yellow, since I didn't choose bold. Starting to wonder, maybe it would be beneficial to not use so many parallel processes for building. How many are we using now? 4. What's that based on even? Make jobs, nproc. Okay, what's nproc? Is 4. Okay. And what does nproc do? Okay, just a number of processing units. Oh. I'm not able to answer the phone right now. Let's see. Okay, I may have to rethink doing something about this. It's crazy how slow it is. Nope, it's like absolute incorrectness. Why are you this way? Oh shit. Because it's, yeah, okay, so this thing doesn't become one of these. It's just used as an int. Right. So you have to use it this way. God damn it. Okay, well, I'll have to work on this more at some other point, but right now I'm just gonna well, holy shit. Well, something definitely happened, but it's not what I expected. Uh-huh. That's not yellow. That looks more like I'm just setting the background color. To red. Wow, this thing is just not working right. All right. This is so stupid. Why is it like this? And I hate that recompiling now is gonna like just kill everything. So at least let's make this bearable for ourselves by moving this out of line. We'll do this, and then we'll do this. And then we can put this out of line here, and we can do a build while we look at this thing. So what if we just say brown? I had no idea why it ended up that way. What the hell? So that's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, it's 11, right? And then what the hell is 11? So oh wait, hold on. These don't make any sense because these colors. Because brown is yellow, and bold plus brown equals yellow. So that's why it doesn't make any sense. Because I think the way that it works is that numbers 30 through 39 are like the foreground colors, and then 40 through 49 are the background colors. And then with 11 here, then we're doing like 30 plus 11 to get foreground color 11, but then we end up at 41, which is background color 1, which would be this, which is completely consistent with what we're seeing. So this thing here doesn't really make sense. And how does this work? Log stream. Yeah, well, we'll be able to tweak it momentarily. That's what I get for trying to use T-style, which I didn't really try out much. So I guess bold. Oh wait, how does this work? It would be comma bold. Just like that. And now, in theory, I should be able to do a really fast rebuild because everything is cached. Man, I wish I had a computer that would go this fast normally. That would be something. Okay, can we finally get some yellow? Here we go. Okay. So what have we achieved here? We have achieved debug output that includes the process name and the PID automatically. So whenever you're using debug, this thing, dbg, now in user space, then you will automatically get this little prefix. And I have a feeling that it's going to be tremendously useful. So, or it'll be like this little thing that just makes sense and just makes everything a little bit easier to follow. I hope that's how it will feel like to us. So I think we're gonna cut ourselves off here. So let's see, git add. So do we have anything that we can separate out? I guess we can leave this one out of line for now. I think that's okay. Get process name to syscall. Oh, this thing, we don't want this thing. This is unrelated. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what do we have? So patch review. So debug now. If you're in userland code, then we will try to get the process name. And, you know, we can do this just the one time, I think. That would be kind of okay. Process name buffer. Something like this. And cycle got process name. False. Let's see, you know, something like that. Maybe it should be false, true, unknown. I don't know, I don't have a tri-state yet, so I'm just making one here. Okay, if it's unknown, then we'll say blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Oh, wait, what did we screw up here? I forgot to use the process name buffer. Yeah, so the idea is that the first time we get here, then we will call get process name. And then we don't keep calling it every time you use the debug output. Just because that would be kind of silly to just always do that, because the process name is not going to change. And this way it still works just fine. So I think that's good. That's a good change. Right, so maybe we should put this in a separate file. State. Or no, it doesn't have to be in a separate file, but we can put it in act types. Because we have like this types file where we just put types that we like. So I'll just put this here too. Try state. Types. Okay. It's false, true, unknown. Oh, maybe it should be like a U8 actually, because it can just be a tiny guy. So let's tweak that. Oh god, now I have to do a stupidly huge rebuild again. Commit, amend. Okay, well, we can look at the diff while we're building. This is a very rebuild heavy little video here. Okay. So we fetch out the process name if we don't have it, and then we just print it out with bold brown, which is VT100 or ANSI code for yellow for some reason. Cool. And then in log stream, we just fix it up so that you can pass t-style none to reset terminal style. Then we move dbg out of line so that we can call it whenever we feel like without having to rebuild. I mean, so we can edit it without having to rebuild. Okay, and here is get process name. So it just checks that the buffer is bigger than 0 and that we can write to it with this many bytes, and then that process name can fit in the buffer, and then we string copy the process name into the buffer. Cool. And then here is the declaration for the syscall handler, and here's the dispatch of the syscall. Here we add the syscall to the list of syscalls. Here is the libc wrapper for the syscall and the prototype for that. Well, it all looks very good. Okay. So let's say we'll add just a syscall. cd cpp&h kernel plus libc add get process name syscall. Does exactly what it sounds like. Process buffer int buffer size. Yep. And then we'll also do log stream. Prefix user space dbg output with process name PID. Using the new get process name syscall automatic coding prefix all user space debug logging. Hopefully this is more helpful than annoying. We'll see. We'll find out. Cool. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. We have the names of the programs that do the debug logging. And But it's only if you're using the debug helper. So if you're using debug printf, then it doesn't work. So there's a little bit of work to do. Like I try to use debug dbg more and more because it's just so much more convenient and it handles all the types, which debug printf doesn't. So it's very much easier to work with. But a lot of code hasn't been moved over to using dbg yet. But I'm working on it. Yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty good. So I guess I'm going to be happy with this for today's video. It's a little bit of a messy video, but I think it was still okay. It was a thing that I wanted to do and I got it done, so that's great. If you made it this far with me, then I thank you for watching, for hanging out, for always coming back to see what I'm up to. I appreciate it so very much, and I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you next time. Bye.